Hello, and welcome to another edition of Monroeville at your service. I'm your municipal manager, Alex Graziani, here with the November edition of our show. November is a huge month for our country, having just had another presidential election, and Thanksgiving this month as well. So, thank you for finding the time to watch our show. Here's a look at what's ahead. We'll take a look back at our Trail of Treats event held at the Community Park West. I'll have this month's Manager's Minute on the importance of budgeting, and I'll take a trip to our library's Maker Lab to give you a glimpse of all the many wonderful services it provides. You may be surprised by a few. But first, we want to talk about the library's neighbor, just across the parking lot. That's, of course, is the Senior Citizen Center. Joining me in studio today is the director of the Senior Center, Tara Grisak. Hi, Tara. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. That name sounds familiar to some of our Monroeville residents. I think maybe somebody was involved in my hiring, like the mayor.
Maybe.
Are you related?
I'm his wife.
Oh.
The better half.
That's, of course, interesting. Many of the residents don't know that.
Yes.
So you've been with the municipality for 23 years. Of course, he hasn't been serving that long.
Right.
In our community, we have term limits, and he's served as a council member for 2 terms.
Yes.
And he's in his 2nd term as mayor.
Yes.
On a future edition, we'll get him on this show for sure.
Yes.
Tell him it's not bad. It's very easy.
I don't think he's shy of the camera.
I don't think so. He's done really well in what I've seen.
Yes.
So you've been with the municipality for 23 years. And my question to you and for the residents is, how did a girl from New York find her way to Pittsburgh?
Well, obviously I was brought here by Nick, the mayor. I met him when he was attending the New York Chiropractic College. I actually worked there as the assistant athletic director, and he used the facility and also was an employee of ours there. So I met him through there, and he was getting ready to graduate and asked me to come back with him to the Pennsylvania area.
Yeah, because he's from Punxsutawney over in Jefferson County.
He's from Punxsutawney. His sister at the time was living in the Pittsburgh area, in the Regent Square area, and he wanted to move. He went to Pitt too, so he obviously wanted to move to the Pittsburgh area to start his chiropractic practice, and he had asked me to come with him. I don't know if when he asked me to come with him if we were engaged yet, but shortly after that we became engaged. And my sister just happened to find an ad in the Post-Gazette at the time, because that's when jobs were posted in the newspaper, for the program recreation director here at the municipality of Monroeville. So I applied for that and was offered the job.
So you started out as a rec director,
rec
program
department.
director.
Yep.
Perfect fit, because you're a recreation kind of major in college.
Yep.
And you're working at that in the university setting.
Yeah.
So how do you make it to the senior center?
I had been with the rec department almost 4 years, and at that time, the director of the senior center was retiring. And I dabbled my feet working with seniors at the chiropractic college because it was open to the community, and during the day, the majority of the people that used that facility were seniors or retired adults. And it was going to be a promotion, like I was going to, become a department head. So I just took a chance and went with it. I was used to working with kids mainly, and college kids obviously, but so it was definitely scary going over there at first. But
So this was before even Nick was even on council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you decided to take the leap to become a department head at the senior center, and what was that like?
Nerve-wracking at first, because I was, in my early 30s at the time, and I walk in and they're like, who's this young girl who's going to tell us how to run a senior center? So I did go there with some animosity from some of the people on the board, questioning whether I was going to know what to do.
They thought you needed some gray hair or something?
I guess so. But at the time, the municipal manager was Marshall Bond. Had faith in me. The senior center was at a turning point. A lot of what the baby boomer seniors wanted was different than what was happening there at the time. attendance was dropping, and he basically was like, it's your ride or die. You got to go over there and fix it, or we don't know what's going to happen to it. So I kind of went in there full force. And
yeah, that's fortuitous because you mentioned the boomers coming into the age of going to senior center.
Yeah.
And they're definitely, that demographic is much more active and really looking maybe not to do the bingo, bridge kind of activities that their parents had done.
yeah.
And so the senior center, did it change as that demographic moved in?
Absolutely. When I first went there, it was mainly run by social clubs. There were 4 social clubs, and they would do like a monthly luncheon and have like a bingo fundraiser, but that's all that was really going on at that time. But shortly after me getting there, we filed for a grant to expand the building and open a fitness center. I knew at the time that from working at the chiropractic college that health and fitness was the direction that some of the newly retired people wanted. So that was kind of my vision going in there, like bringing that aspect into the center. And that was 2008 that we opened the fitness facility and have expanded it like twice.
And that included like equipment at that time, or was equipment or things like that, things that you gradually got into?
No, it was equipment, and it was half the size it is now. You know, because I was definitely like, people aren't going to use it. But we were quickly astonished at how many wanted to use it. So we made it double the size, and I probably could even make it triple the size based on the amount of people that use it on a daily basis.
It is very active. In fact, the Silver Sneakers program, which people can take advantage of by having that through their health insurance and go to your facility and swipe their Silver Sneakers.
Yeah.
You're one of the top 10 in the state for attendance of the Silver Sneakers program, and that includes YMCA's, LA Fitnesses, all those kinds of for-profit or not-for-profit recreation facilities or fitness centers.
I think it is because it is strictly for that age group. Whereas if you go to LA Fitness or Planet Fitness, nothing against that, but you're mixed with all kinds of generations in there. In our fitness facility, you're working out alongside a person who's equal to you. And then, again, we do try very hard to make sure that the equipment in there is user-friendly for the population that's in there. And
you'll give anyone who's brand new to stuff, you'll introduce them to it.
Yes.
Give them some training to do the training.
They get a little bit more. So there, everyone's, given an orientation on how all the equipment works. Our fitness coordinator, Frank Lafredo, is very good at always being around and answering questions and helping the seniors with trying new pieces of equipment or trying new fitness classes and different things like that. So I think because they get more of a hands-on experience with the staff that's there.
Attentiveness.
The word spreads, and people like to come there for that.
Well, I've noticed 2 things about the senior center. One is it's very busy.
Yeah.
And 2, everybody really makes you feel like you're at home and is very welcoming. So I would imagine it's a great environment for someone who's new into things and wanting to try to get more active in lifestyle, that they'll be able to do that there.
Both the staff and members. Like if you're coming in as a new member, there are members that have been there for a long time and they kind of know you're new and they're very good at holding your hand through it. Because the first thing is always hard is walking through the front door and getting involved in something. But,
Well, the people are great there, and MMTV was able to talk to a few of your members, some of the people who hang out at the Senior Center. So why don't we take a look at that video to see what they think of the Monroeville Senior Center.
Once you come here, everyone's so friendly, and we share a lot of experiences together, and it's just a great place to be.
We come to every event. It's just, we're retired, but that isn't the reason. It's just very nice here.
I've seen other senior centers. I've moved to Monroeville 4 years ago from Westmoreland County, and this senior center here has such a great balance between the fitness activities and the social events that they put together for the participants. It's really impressive.
I would be lonely if I didn't come here. Really, I need to come here. There's so much activity. We could be here every day, I think. There's always something going on.
I love coming here. I look so forward to it, coming to every event here. The food's real good, and
I mean, the staff here is fabulous. They just know how to make it fun, and every detail is planned, and they just make it so enjoyable. That's why we keep coming back for more.
That was wonderful, Tara. So what do you think about that?
I think it's great. It's nice to get the positive feedback. Me and my staff, we always try to make every event that we do enjoyable and different every time. We're always conspiring when we have a new event coming up as how we're gonna decorate it and plan it out so that they're a little surprised when they get there. It's also nice to hear that they have positive feedback about both the fitness and the social aspect of what we do there.
Yeah, it was kind of cute because you and I watched this for the first time together, like
Right.
right now, and you'd mentioned that the one couple actually met at
Yes,
the
they
senior center.
did.
So who knows? There's a little bit of maybe a dating service that can happen there at the senior center.
Sometimes we do have quite a few couples that have, met there, which is cute to see. We love
Yeah.
seeing that.
Well, I loved how his reaction was about loneliness. That's a real issue in our country, and
Yes.
it's all age groups, but
Right.
particularly among the elderly. There can be a sense of when you get maybe out of the workforce,
Right.
or your family's to the four winds,
Right.
or maybe you're a widow or a widower.
Right.
Where do you get connection? And the senior center becomes like that third space or that special space where people make connections and
Absolutely.
get to meet people and have that socialization.
Yeah. I mean, there's not only couples, but people who meet friends. They come in lonely and they don't have many people around in their lives. Their kids have gone away, their spouse maybe passed away, and they meet a good group of social friends that hang out beyond just the senior center. So that always makes us feel good when we see that kind of
Now,
stuff.
our roving reporter was seemingly at an event.
Mm-hmm.
Those happen, monthly, frequently, different kinds of things. What
Yeah.
kind of events do you have there?
We do special events at least 2 to 3 times a month.
So I was there last week, just randomly. I can't help this, and it was
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
National Sweet Roll Cinnamon Bun Day or something,
Yes.
and you guys were handing out like big 400 or 500 calorie, wonderful looking sweet rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I was offered one, but I didn't end up leaving with one. I'm really sad.
I know.
Yeah.
I asked them.
But you guys do fun stuff like that all the
We
time.
do. We do that once a month. We can't not give everything away for free. So we can't do every event for free or different things like that. But we at least try to do several things a month where it's no cost to the senior and it's fun. So we do that once a month. There's National Cinnamon Roll Day, which was what you saw. I think next month is Bagel Day. I don't know. Friday we always do seasonally Member Appreciation Day. So actually Friday we're doing Cotton Candy Day.
So now in these events, do you need to be a Monroeville resident? Do you have to sign up to get membership? Or is the membership just if you're doing the physical equipment? How does this all work?
You do have to be a member to participate in any of our activities.
Okay.
Unless there are some things that are open events, and it would specify that. But the majority of the things you do need to be a member for. You can join whether you're a resident or a non-resident of Monroeville. It is
50, 55, 60?
50.
Oh, so I can become a member.
Yes, you could. It's 50 and over. If you're a Monroeville resident, it's free to join the center. There are memberships to use the fitness room if you're under the age of 65. But if you are 65, a Monroeville resident, it's free to use the fitness facility and become a member of the center. Non-residents, if they are Silver Sneakers member, it's free. All those fees are waived.
Oh, okay. So if they're living in another community and they have the silver
Yes.
sneakers, they can still go there.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you don't know. You do know this because you're helping me with it. And maybe this is probably the first time I'm making the announcement of it. We are in the process of working out agreements with Renew Active and Fit on Health, which are also fitness health plans through supplement Medicare health insurances. So as of January, we will not only be offering free memberships to Silver Sneakers members, but also the Fit on Health and the Renew Act.
And this is really important because when I understood what was going on, that some people come January 1 who are doing the Silver Sneakers, that may not be what's available to them.
Right.
And whether they know it or not, may be switched, or they might have to actively switch to those new programs. But we're trying to get ahead of that
Right.
by getting that ready so that when they make that transition, we're able to take that membership
Yes.
as well.
So it has been announced that Highmark members, that Highmark is now going to be participating with Fit on Health, with the Fit on Health program, and not Silver Sneakers. But like Alex said, you don't have to worry about that. We'll be participating in that healthcare program too. So anyone who already uses our facility that has Silver Sneakers and is going to be, because of their health insurance moving to Fit on Health, that transition will be done. They won't have much to do because we're going to be working with Fit on Health. They're going to transfer everybody that's already in our database over. So there won't be much that they have to do other than just confirm that it was transferred over.
As we wrap up our time together, I just want to kind of think it through.
Yeah.
It's been 60 years in Monroeville
Yeah.
that Seniors First, by starting organically, privately, as a group of people who thought, we ought to be doing things in our community together
Right.
as seniors, to becoming, it's been about 60 years, right, that you became a part of municipal
Yeah, this year
services.
actually in 2025, that'll mark our 45th year
Okay.
being an actual structural building. But probably for about 10 to 15 years prior to that, they were meeting in all different other places, churches and all kinds of
schools,
places,
yeah.
and requesting from municipal council that they wanted a place of their own.
And if I understand, those folks raised money,
Yes.
kind of as a matching support commitment to the municipality to go ahead and build the Senior Citizen Center at the Gateway campus.
Right, and it's still that way today. So today, I have funds from the municipality, and I also have all the programming done at the center is funded by my board, the Monroeville Council of Senior Citizens. So the municipality helps with like the overall maintenance and structure of the building and the staffing, but all the programming that you see is all funded by the council. So they're
And
all
it's
still
also
part of it.
augmented by revenues generated
Yeah.
from Silver Sneakers
Yes,
and the
that
programs
too.
you just mentioned.
Yeah, that helps with the fitness facility.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so all of those come together to provide what I think is Allegheny County's best senior citizen center. And for Monroeville residents, it's such a addition to a high quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been great having you. We could go on and on. I
could.
love visiting your place. Again, I get treated like family there, and everybody in our community, obviously over 50 are welcome, but even others, they find their way there from time to time when you do programs and events.
Yeah, and we got some new plans coming up in January that I can't quite announce yet, but some of
I am really looking
some of
forward
you
to that.
residents that are 30 and above should keep an eye out for what we got coming in the new year. So
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tara, for taking
Yes.
the time to be with us.
Thank you so much for
Thank
inviting me.
you and your staff for all that you do at the Senior Center, and particularly the Senior Council, who also is very involved in heavy lifting to make sure we got great programming here in Monroeville. Thank you.
no, thank you.
Have a great one.
You too.
On the way next, I'll go out on the town to explore the library's Maker Lab. A fun experience you won't want to miss. That and more when we return on Monroeville's At Your Service.